back in May on the same financial news and media platform called Benzinga, there was another article about where the headline said that Warren Buffett says buying a home is a lousy investment. It's a lousy choice. So I really had to dig in a little bit to understand why we're seeing these conflicting headlines and conflicting advice from, again, the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett. Well, a couple things about it. I think in this case, there's a little bit of truth to both the headlines in each article and the detail of each article. With respect to why Buffett might think it's a lousy investment, what he was really talking about there is a couple of things. One is pointing to the amount of investment you have to make from the capital you have available for down payment. And he, in the article, it makes reference to his own experience where he did buy a home way back in 1958, and he put 10% down. But he went on to say, well, but that took away some of my capital that I wanted to use for investing. So he, in a sense, portrayed that as a negative. One of the things that struck me about that, and I want to, reinforce with our viewers, because it's still persistent, prevalent thinking today. You don't necessarily need to have a substantial down payment. Now, you have to have the income to support the monthly payment. Yes, obviously. But the notion that you have to use up a lot of your capital, and a lot of households, maybe all of your capital to buy a home, is not always necessarily true. There are a lot of mortgage options where you can get a home with 3 to 5% down payment, 10% or 15, and that would allow you the ability to have some of that capital still set aside to do the kind of investing that Warren Buffett's famous for. The point of it is, you don't always, and in a lot of cases, many times, maybe a majority of times, you do not need 20% down to buy a home. That's sort of been established as the standard that I would argue and push back on, that it doesn't have to be that way.